So, hello, good afternoon, everyone. Oops. I had a bit of a problem today that I had to get sorted out before I go any further, right? And it was because over here, see, I got the tyre off. That was on top of the bonnet, so it made it very, very extremely difficult for me to check the oil. And with this kind of aged vehicle, you've got to check the oil and water and stuff all the time, right? But I had this problem with this freaking tyre that was on the bonnet. You know, I should have videoed getting it off, but I didn't want to look like an idiot. Right? But I should have, because I did it. I did it, right? I got it off, which was a real battle. And this also, like, let me show you. Hang on to it. And this fell down yesterday. Look. Because this has just gone flat and that's just really rickety. So I've put this stick here. That's my woman's digging stick there. Like, has lots more uses, right? So anyway, this was on the tyre was on top of the bonnet, and I was like, how do I get the freaking tyre off the bonnet so I couldn't open the bonnet, right, to change the to do the oil and stuff. So, but I found this tree, and I was able to slide it over onto there, and then so I could open the bonnet, right? The attachment on here they had on there with a padlock, and that was almost rusted in, and then I just put a bit of the oil on it there, and then had to hammer it out a little bit. But I was glad it was less rusty than what I thought it would be. But anyway, so now it's like, well, how do I do this without a tree, right? So I'm just thinking I was going to use the table because, you know, it serves a couple of purposes. I'm not going to always get a tree like this, right? So anyway, I'll just turn this around. So I'm going to use my table, right? I know it's like a flimsy table and everything, but like if I angle it right, it'll I reckon it'll take the weight of that. And I'll put I'll put the legs between that wheel for just some extra support. Bring it back here. So instead of having the tree, I reckon I'll be able to do it with that table. You know, like when I need to change the tyres and stuff. So getting that back up there is going to be another trick, right? So when I have to change a tyre, to get that, because these things are freaking heavy, right? To get this on top of the bonnet again, or on the back, like, because I've got another spare on the back. It's like, how am I going to do this, right? So I've got to work it out before I go. So anyway, I reckon I can get it to there just to change the oil. I reckon I can use this table. So the next thing will be like, well, how do I, you know, I can use a rope or whatever gently and get it up to the ground so that it doesn't just like fall and then bloody roll halfway down the road, right? So I'll probably use a rope, but I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to do it now, right? So yeah, and then then the thing will be to get it back up there, right? So that's going to be another trick later on, but I'll show you that later on when I have a go at it. But I've got ideas of that as well, but I'm not going to do it until the time comes, because as long as I can do this and change the oil, I'll be able to manage the rest, right? So anyway, I thought you might find that interesting. And that's what I'm doing. So we've got some other things to do on the vehicle as well. I've got a friend over here, like, look, he's camped here as well, and he's like into the vehicles too. So I've actually got a grease gun. I'm going to grease it up and that before I go anywhere as well. But yeah, it's good having him here because he knows a bit about what I should and shouldn't do as well, you know. So that's helpful for me. So there's the other spare, like, and for me, just on my own, getting them on and off there, it's a matter of like levering, putting it on something, you know, like levering it, putting it on something to get it to the right height so you can actually get it onto these bolts, right? So I've got a plan when it comes to doing those things. So anyway, yeah. So I'll leave it at that. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.